really move up to bigger and better things. But yes, like you said, we have a lot of moon energy going on right now. The sun is in Libra, which is a really introspective, calm, quiet sign. Do we have any Libras here? No. My ascendant is in Libra. My sister's a Libra, and it's an intense energy, but it's inwardly intense. So that's something that we might be feeling right now with the presence of this kind of moon and sun in the atmosphere. And it's just nice to know, so that when you feel these emotions, these energies, you understand, oh, it's not totally me. That's how I'm meant to feel right now. And so it's good to know, because then you can use those energies to your advantage. You know, this is what's happening in the universe right now, so this is what I'm gonna do right now to help myself. So I figured some moon salutations would be right on point. Sound good?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's come to our reclined butterfly. I love to start that way, just to get ourselves nice and grounded. So we'll bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees fall open. Feel free to prop your knees up with blocks if that feels good. Option to have palms open at your sides, or maybe one hand on the stomach, one hand on the heart, allowing yourself to be able to capture and feel those sensations of the breath and of the heartbeat. Start to let yourself notice all of the places that your body is connected to the ground. Let yourself feel that connection to the earth. With every inhale, getting a little lighter. With every exhale, sinking down a little deeper. This is a good time to set an intention for your practice. Mine will be, I use the energy of the moon to propel me forward in everyday life. Let's take a deep breath in to fill up the stomach. Exhale, let it go. A deep breath in to fill up the chest, and let that go. Deepest inhale. Inhale, fill up the stomach, fill up the chest, hold at the top. Take an extra sip. And open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. When you're ready, straighten the legs out all the way in front of you, coming down. Bring your hips, your hands to the outside of your hips, just to make sure that you're centered on your mat. You can use your hands as your guide. And then we're gonna take our right foot to the right side of the mat. Lift the left leg up towards the sky and cross that ankle over the right ankle, keeping your hips grounded and flat, center of the mat. Let's lift our arms up overhead. Hold the right hand onto the left wrist, and let's pull the torso off to the right side for your banana pose. We're keeping the shoulders grounded and the hips grounded, so that the only thing that is curved is the left side body, opening everything up from the heel of the foot all the way to the wrists on the left side. And keep breathing. All the areas that are tight, constricted, maybe even a little painful, send your breath there. With an inhale, let's come through to center, planting the palms again next to the hips just to make sure that you are still centered in the middle of the mat. And then we're gonna bring our knees to our chest and send the feet up to the sky, reaching for the outside of the feet for your happy baby. Your feet are flat like they could walk on the ceiling. The knees are bent towards the underarm area. And in our minds, we are pushing our tailbone down to the mat and we're grounding our shoulders so that the spine gets nice and long and flat to the earth. Let's straighten the right leg while keeping a bend in the left leg for a ninja baby. And then bring it back in. Straighten the left leg, keeping a bend in the right knee, and bring that back in. See if that opened up any space for you in the hips to pull the knees a little closer. Deep breath in. Exhale, let the heels and the feet come back down to the mat, and again, straighten everything out nice and long. We'll send the left leg off to the left side of the mat. Lift the right leg up and cross the ankle over the left side. Arms can go straight up overhead. This time, hold the right wrist with your left hand and pull the torso off to the left side of your mat for your banana. Noticing that pull now all along the right side body. Hips and shoulders grounded, and your neck is relaxed, just face up to the ceiling. When you're ready, come back to center and bring the knees to the chest. Take your time. We'll just rock side to massage the back and the hips on the mat. And then we'll place our palms so that they're underneath the thighs. And we'll start to rock up and down on the mat. Nice and slow, building the momentum, taking your time. And if it feels good, you can lengthen that time of rocking until you come all the way up to a seat. And we'll just straighten the legs out in front of us so that we can come into our Dandasana or staff pose, meaning that our palms are next to our hips. Our body's in a 90-degree angle. The core is tight and we're balanced on our sit bones. Lower the shoulders down away from the ears to create a long neck. Maybe even close down the eyes. On an inhale, we'll raise the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms to touch one another, and exhale to start to fold. Let the stomach come down first, then the chest, then the chin. Holding on to whatever is reachable, maybe just framing the legs with your hands on the sides. Taking a few breaths here to let yourself sink down. Let's switch both hands to hold on to the right foot. We'll tighten the core, and with an inhale, lift that leg up in front, keeping the left foot grounded and the right leg as straight as possible. Hold on to the foot with your left hand and open your right hand out to the right side. Keeping your arms in a nice straight line if possible. Balancing on the tailbone. Looking over the right shoulder at your fingers. And inhale to come back to center. We're gonna bend that knee and let it come down with the foot flush to the inner thigh for our Janu Sirsasana. Inhale for a straight spine and exhale to fold. With the changing of the moon cycles, it's always a good time to reflect on your inner world, especially more so with the sign being in Libra. So maybe it's a good time to ask yourself, what have you noticed that is weighing on your heart recently? Inhale to slide the hands up the body. Hold on to that foot, and let's just move it now to the outside of the thigh. We'll hug that knee in and twist to the right, placing the right palm behind you, looking over the right shoulder. And inhale to come back to center. Hold on to that foot, maybe push it back a little bit further so that you can stack your knees. And we'll come back to a balanced sit bone, straight spine position. Inhale to open the chest. If that's enough, stay here, or exhale to start to fold. And we'll inhale to come back up. Hold that foot. Let's bring it out in front of us and notice if we can get that knee a little closer to the face. Inhale, tight core. Exhale to fold down. And I say tight core to fold because the weight of your foot is folding with your torso. So you want that core to stay tight so that there's no pressure being put on the low back, and all of the stomach muscles are doing the work for you. And we'll switch sides. So bring the left hand and the right hand now to the left foot. Tighten the core. Inhale to lift the left leg up. Hold on to that foot with your right hand and open the left hand to the side. Finding balance in the tailbone. Lengthening through the arms. Maybe looking over the left shoulder. We'll come back to center and just bring that knee down, bend that knee to bring the foot to the outside of the thigh, hug that in, twist behind you. And we'll turn back to forward, letting the knees stack on top of one another. Deep breath in, exhale to fold. What self-limiting beliefs do you feel hold you back? And how can you challenge those thoughts? Let's inhale to come up to center. Hold on to that foot and bring it back up. Maybe the knee comes a little closer to the face. Deep breath in, exhale to fold. And inhale to come all the way up. And we're just gonna let the legs go as wide as the mat. We'll sway side to side to find some balance in the sit bones. And maybe use that momentum, that falling leaf feeling, to let the torso come all the way down, nice and low, creating more space in each thigh as you do that. And then bring the hands down in center, maybe the forearms. Toes and knees are pointed up to the sky. Find your breath. Let's walk the hands to the right side and we'll frame the right leg so that our torso is pointed down towards the right knee. We'll inhale to lift the torso a little bit, just enough to bring the right arm inside that leg and lift the left arm up to the sky. Maybe hinging at the side now to bring your shoulder closer to that right knee. And the left arm can come up overhead or stay up to the sky, or you can place it on the low back. Find what feels good. And on an inhale, we'll rotate towards the floor and just walk hands through center all the way to the left. And let the hands frame the left leg so that your torso is hovering over the left knee. And we'll just bring the left arm now inside that leg. Lift the right arm up to the sky and decide where that arm feels best for you. What stretch feels good in your body right now? And when you're ready, rotate your chest towards the floor, walk hands back to center. Notice if that has opened up the hips for you to sink a little deeper. And inhale to push the floor away. Come up to a nice straight spine, nice and slow. Deep breath in. Bring the feet together. Let's swish them behind us so that we can come up into our hero's pose where we're sitting on our heels. And we're gonna stretch out the ankles first. So the hands can come planted next to the knees. And we'll take a couple of pulses by lifting the knees up and down. It doesn't have to be high, just a little bit, so that you feel that stretch across the tops of the ankles. And then to go a little bit deeper if you want, you can bring the hands back behind you and now lift the knees up a little higher. And maybe even hold here, leaning back on the calves, so you could feel that pull from the knees to the ankles. And we'll walk the hands back to the front of the mat. This time we'll come up onto the toes, the balls of the feet, tuck them underneath you, and that'll feel tight because we were just pulling them in the opposite direction. And we'll start to pulse the knees again here, stretching out the calves on the other side, opening up the heels and the ankles. Maybe walking the hands so close to the body that you can balance on your heels. You can bring your hands to your thighs or hands in prayer to give those toes an opportunity to think about how to keep you upright. If you want to challenge yourself, you can close down the eyes. And then we'll plant the palms in the center. Let's start to heel toe the feet out a little bit wider, sliding side to side and letting the hips finally sink down, heels grounded, elbows inside the knees into our malasana. Hands in prayer, straight spine, crown pointed up to the sky. And we'll plant the palms, send the hips up for a forward fold. So heel toe the feet about hip width apart and let the crown of the head point to the floor. Legs are straight, palms rest wherever they reach. On an inhale, we'll slide the hands up the body, nice and slow, coming all the way up. Bringing the shoulders with you, behind you, roll them back, open the chest, and then let the palms come down at the sides, lengthening through the neck, pointing the crown up. Let's lift the arms up to the sky. This is where our moon salutation begins now. So we're gonna hold on to the left wrist with the right hand like we did in our banana, and pull the torso to the right, standing crescent. Maybe look under that left arm up to the sky, really jutting that hip out to the left. And then inhale to come to center, look up at the thumbs. Exhale to pull all the way to the left. Stretching out the side body all along the left side, maybe looking up to the sky under the right arm. And inhale back to center. We're gonna step it really wide on our mat so that the feet come out and the toes are pointed outwards. Let the knees bend and we're just sinking down, sink the hips down to your goddess pose. Placing the palms wherever they land. Keeping the hips pointed down to the mat, straight spine so the crown points up to the sky. Deep inhale. And exhale to straighten back up. Point the left toes to the side of the mat. Open the right toes to the right. Arms come up in a T. We'll hinge at the hip, reaching for the big toe or the shin or the calf or a block. Let that left arm slide up the right arm and across the chest and then up to the sky for your triangle pose. Maybe you look up at that top hand. Deep breath in. Exhale to look to your foot and let the hands frame that front foot. Both legs are straight. And then let's point the back toe so that that's pointing to the right as well. All the toes pointed in the same direction, and we're folding over the right leg for our pyramid pose. Deep breath in. Let's put a bend in that front right knee and let the left knee come down to the mat. Untuck the toe, and we're coming up into our low lunge. So the right hand can come onto the right knee. We'll lift the arms up while balancing, and exhale, look up to the sky, arch the back, cactus the arms. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the palms down to the mat and push that right knee forward to open up the hip flexor on the left side. Low lunge. Deep breath in. That back knee can be down on the mat. Inhale. We're gonna bring both palms of the hands inside the right foot and then start to walk the hands towards the back of the mat, towards your left foot, and we're straightening out the right leg for our retreating warrior. We'll find our balance by maybe balancing on that side like we did in our hero's pose, and bring hands in prayer. Deep breath in. Exhale to plant the palms to the left side of the foot and pivot so that now we're in our low lunge on the left side. Really push into that knee to open up the hip flexor on the right. And we'll come up to our low lunge, both hands on the knee. Cactus the arms, inhale, arch the back, look up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, round it down, frame that front foot. We'll tuck the back toe and lift the back knee, finding a closer place for that foot to land so that both feet can be flat and grounded to the floor. Both legs are straight, pointing in the same direction, and we're folding over the left leg in our pyramid. Palms are grounded, facing the left knee. Let's reach for our toe or our shin with our left hand. Open the back foot so that the toe points to the side of the mat, and then slide the right hand up the left arm and up to the sky for your triangle, maybe looking up at that top hand. Deep breath in. Exhale to tighten the core and lift the torso up, arms in a T, and all toes point back to the top of the mat. We'll put a bend in the knees and sink down back into our goddess pose, pointing the hips down, chest open, straight spine, crown of the head pointed up. Inhale, sink a little deeper. Exhale, bring it up. Straighten the legs, heel toe the feet together, about hip width apart, arms up to the sky. Hold the left wrist with the right hand, arch to the right. Inhale to center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, fold all the way down. Beautiful job. Let's slide the hands up. We're coming all the way up. Roll the shoulders back behind you. Open up to your mountain. Find grounding in all four corners of the feet. Lengthen up through the spine, tightening the core. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, arch the back. Option to hold your back supported with your hands on the low back. Exhale to dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine, straight neck, tight core. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, but we're gonna lower down with our knees first, then our chest, and then the chin into your puppy pose. So hips are stacked above knees, and the chest comes down to the mat. On an inhale, let's slide the torso forward to our baby cobra. So the palms come under the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up, down dog. Beautiful job. Find your alignment. Ground the heels. Straighten through the legs. Send the hips up to the sky. Tight core. Shoulders loose, ears between elbows, palms spread nice and wide. Inhale the right leg up for your three-legged dog. Bend the knee, step it through between the palms of the hands. Come back down, low lunge. Untuck the toe, let the knee ground down, and really push into that front knee. For an inhale, exhale to pull it back to straighten that front leg and fold over. Maybe flex that foot, to fold a little deeper. And inhale to come back forward into your low lunge. Let's bring both hands inside that foot and heel toe the right foot out. You can place that right hand on the knee and push it away so that the foot, the heel, rolls open and faces you. Maybe turn to look over the right shoulder. And then we'll come back to center and plant both palms, sending the left leg a little bit further back. Option to stay here or come down a little lower onto forearms for your lizard. And then we'll come back up onto our palms. Let's walk the left foot to the right side of the mat. Put a bend in that knee and let it come down to the mat for our swan. So the left leg goes long behind you. We center our torso over the left side. So our torso and our spine is in alignment with that back leg. Arch the back, look up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale to come down onto forearms. Take a few breaths here. Let yourself come down as low as feels good. Not forcing anything. Just resting into your sleeping swan. And we'll plant the palms. Again, open up the torso, look up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, send the right leg up for your three-legged dog. And down dog. Pedal the feet. Listen to all of those cracks and crunches and the energy being released. And with an inhale, send the left leg up and bend the knee, step it through, low lunge. Right knee down, push into that hip flexor. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull it back, fold over that straight leg. And inhale to come back forward. Both hands inside the left foot. Stay here or come down onto forearms. And we'll come back up onto the palms of the hands. Push the knee away. Let the left heel open up and face us. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Inhale to come back, and we'll walk the left foot across the mat to the right. Put a bend in that knee. And center your core and your leg and your torso over the right side. Open the chest, look up to the sky, and exhale to come back down for your sleeping swan. Inhale to lift the torso, plant both palms, arch the back, look up to the sky. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, send the left leg up, three-legged dog. And down dog. Take your time, pedal it out. Find your stillness. Find your breath. Smile. Look to the top of the mat. Bend the knees. Step or hop your way up to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's hold on to opposite elbows and just ragdoll hang here. Maybe sway side to side. Plant both hands on the floor. Let's put a bend in the knees and we're coming all the way down back to our hero's pose. We'll plant the palms on the thighs. Slide the hands to the knees. Tighten the core. Point the crown of the head forward for your cat pose. Inhale to open the chest. Bring the hands behind you. Look up to the sky. Arch the back. Cow. Follow your breath. Exhale to fold. When you're ready to inhale, rise back up. Beautiful job. We'll meet in our hero's pose and then just let your knees come as wide as the mat. Tuck the toes to touch one another and let the chest come down, forehead down for your child's pose. Send the arms out nice and long in front of you. Deep breath in. Find your ujjayi breath or your ocean breath. Let it flow over your throat, through the back of the nose. This is so calming. Let yourself sink down a little deeper into the mat. What emotion are you feeling now? How would you describe it? Let's walk the hands off to the right for your child's on the right side. Lift the torso, walk your hands back through center and all the way to the left. And we'll walk back through center. And we're just gonna come down all the way onto the stomach. So let your chest come forward, your hips come forward, send your legs back behind you. Let's bring the right leg out to the right side so that the hip and the knee is in a straight line, and then the knee and the heel is a straight line for your half frog. And then we'll come down onto the chest and support your forehead with your hands. Just let it all go into the mat. Opening up, using the floor to open up that right hip. How do your emotions manifest themselves in your body? What physical sensations accompany them? Let's inhale to straighten that leg behind you and switch sides. Bring the left leg out to the side. Straight line from hip to knee. Straight line from knee to heel. And come down onto the stomach. Inhale to lift the torso. We're coming into our Sphinx pose. So send the legs back behind you. Come up with your elbows stacked underneath your shoulders. Let's release the weight into the hips, into the mat, but keep the neck nice and long. If that's enough, stay here or open the hands as wide as the mat and straighten the elbows for your seal. Still release the hips into the mat and keep the neck nice and long. Option to keep your hands up like this or return to Sphinx, but we're gonna reach the right hand behind us for that right foot and bring it into the hip, twisting to look over the right shoulder. Release that, let it go. Back to your seal or your Sphinx and switch sides. The left knee bends, reach for that left foot with your left hand. Maybe twist to look over the left shoulder. And exhale to release back down to your Sphinx. Come down onto the stomach and let your legs windshield wiper side to side. Let's straighten the legs, plant the palms, and lift ourselves up back to our child's pose. Inhale to lift the chest, and we will just swish the legs out in front of us just to come down onto the back. And we'll bring the knees into the chest with us. And rock side to side to massage the low back. This should just feel good. Maybe making some circles with the knees. Deep breath in. Exhale to let the knees fall to the right. Send the left arm long. Maybe look over that left shoulder. Supine twist. How can I express and release emotions in a healthy and constructive way? Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale to let them fall to the left. Right arm out, nice and long. Supine twist. Inhale, knees to center. Take any movements that call out to you. Maybe a happy baby, maybe a reclined butterfly, maybe send the legs up to the sky. And when you're ready, send the legs out nice and long. Flex the feet.